Hi, everybody. This is the Department of Technology, and today we're going to be discussing a little more thoughts on replacing Congress with robots. Now, one idea that seems pretty obvious for incorporating AI in is going to be the automatic clipping for when people speak, when your representative speaks, right? So they record these long sessions of when you can go on C-SPAN, see all their discussions, right? Well, typically on the standard news we just get little short snippets, but really what we should be able to do is AI should be able to scrub through all of this video content and simply just make the cuts between when a person has the floor, right? So this representative from Florida, representative from Illinois, yada, 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 yada. And they should be able to just cut and have all those clips listed. And then they can all be grouped and categorized based on different topics, different areas, and whatever bill was being discussed at the time, right? You should be able to click what they're responding to, maybe see the whole clip in its entirety. Really, there's a lot of this that could be somewhat automated, right? Especially if you consider something along the lines of, when they are given permission to speak or whatever, they can, press the button so that their microphone is unmuted, and they can talk, right? If they go over time, the microphone's muted. Right? There's none of this talking over the microphone, yelling and screaming, whatever. It's supposed to be orderly and controlled, and that's kind of how you do it. Obviously, this is just sort of like the beginning nuance of the ideas you could do, but it seems pretty obvious to me that one of the things you would want to know is, hey, this guy who's running again for Senate, what did he say about topic A, B, C, right? It seems pretty obvious to me that I want to see those clips. I don't want to hear about like whatever 5-second snippet, catchphrase they use. I want to hear its entirety. I want its availability. If I'm marketing or for or against the candidate, then I would want to be able to know what they said in their entirety, right? Or they're opposing, or somebody who was going against them, why they said what they said. And it should be very easy to navigate this, right? I shouldn't have to, and no American should really have to just go on YouTube and filter through to find various bits of like long speeches, right? We should be able to find this stuff a lot easier. If you've been to the .gov website and you've seen that there is some sort of interface for seeing how people voted, it's not really that well put together. It's pretty sloppy. It's not really organized, and honestly, it's not at all engaging, right? There's no desire or encouragement for people to be actively engaged within politics. So this is a very simple way that you could make the platform much more usable and importantly representative of the people, right? Some of these ideas I'm talking about with AI doing some of the automatic cuts or some of the automatic clips, but always have everything available in its entirety, right? The ability to navigate around different sections isn't the most complicated thing to consider, and you can have the transcripts, and you can do all sorts of things. And I'm not really trying to go outside the scope of what I think the current level of AI is capable of, but these are all the sort of baseline that we should all have as we're in the 21st century, and we have numerous items, bills, ideas that are proposed and discussed by all the states. And it would be helpful for us to sort of have a vision for, okay, seriously, what does the 21st century Congress actually look like, right? And what ideas are sort of, not being propelled forward because of a lack of information or a lack of education to the public. These are things that we should be able to really be able to have the American people look at, discuss, decide with more insights and more ideas, right? If you have a digital screen behind your representative who's talking in favor of or against something that that is actively being pulled one way or another, right? In his discussions, he's going to be held accountable, or she's going to be held accountable to, representing whatever their little data sheet says, right, behind them. And us, we should be, be able to vote, engage, whatever, all from our devices into a secure .gov connection. It just makes a lot of sense as far as what a 21st century Congress should look like. That's just the end of it. Anyways, so that's just another idea that I had. Please let me know what your thoughts are, some of the hiccups that I'm probably not considering that should be elaborated on, further. This whole idea of getting these video clips ready to go, automated. This is all the kinds of things that I think are worth discussing a little bit more in detail. With all that being said, I hope this was a good springboard. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.